Welcome to the show. It's Rick H. I'm your host. I'm here with Benny Banks, as usual.
What's good? I'm always here.
Paulie B's not here today. He fell sick. We missed the show. We're going to miss him. Today we are in Washington Heights, my hometown. Well, not town, my home area. We're in Uptown, Washington Heights. We did film, we did movies, we did acting, we did television, we did behind the scenes with Justin in producing, directing, and now we're doing music. We're joined today by the man behind the hits as Circles, Paper Up, On My Own, All Good, That Boy Lucky from Washington Heights.
What up?
Welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me.
I gotta say two things. Happy belated birthday. It was yesterday.
Yeah, thank you.
And congrats. Michael just became a father 2 days before, a day before your
It
birthday.
was the day before we had newborn.
A newborn baby boy. Isn't that amazing? Right after, like, right before his birthday. 27, 28. You can't forget the date now.
Definitely, and you could say that was like the greatest gift I received. I was hoping he was born on my birthday, the 28th.
Yeah.
But then
You would have had that little bond, your little with your youngest one.
Yeah, but then I thought about it. I was like, after he was born and it was too late, I can't be abusive and tell him, hold on, wait till it's 12 o'clock. He was born at 9 o'clock.
Oh damn.
It changed my state of mind. Like I got a message which was, he's forever gonna be first. My kids go first. My kid go first. He goes first. In two cents, he's 27, November 27, November 28. And we already got a bond because we both Sagittarius. So it's like,
There it is.
I'm happy.
This is your third boy.
Yeah, it's my third boy.
So you're gonna have a little basketball team around.
Yes. I call it my little gang. I call it my little gang and probably the last one.
The little crew, they're gonna be walking behind you.
That's what happened when I was chasing the girl, but my brother had a girl, a newborn actually, so I feel like that's gonna be my daughter as well. So 3 boys is enough right now.
Oh, by the way, shout out to Peter. He's my boy. He just finished the New York City Marathon.
Oh yeah.
Which is an accomplishment in itself, something I want to do at least one time in my life. So shout out to Peter.
Dude, that shit is tough,
It
bro.
is.
You gotta run like 5 different little marathons to get to that one.
right.
Yeah.
This marathon's how many miles? I think 17
Dude, I
miles.
have no idea.
think
But
it's
that shit
17
is
miles.
fucking
He did
long
in
as
6
fuck.
hours, right?
Yeah, it took him 6 hours. I just saw him fatigued. I've never seen him in this condition, but like
Yeah.
you said, it takes a lot of training because things you eat, how you train. I think of myself, I go to the gym, I run 2 miles and I'm done. I'm finished.
You
So,
sweating, you fucking breathing hard,
Yeah.
like goddamn, I ran 2 miles. You feel accomplished and shit?
They say a good workout is 3 miles to get your heart going the right way. So
And we don't have good workouts.
I don't even get the 2 miles. I mean, you got one on me. But Peter, college basketball player, he's got that stamina. So shouts to Pete, man. I was proud. From far away, I seen the postings and I was like, man, my other boy Mike did it. My other boy Mike, he also was in the marathon. He finished it, and Jimmy as well. I knew 3 people in the marathon this year, so that's a sign to me.
That's a sign to
That's a
someone
sign
to
to
do it.
run the
wanna do it. I
marathon. You
wanna
just
do
said
Do it. Trust me, you could do it.
Yeah.
I want to try to do it by 2020, so we gotta see.
next
So-
year he's running the marathon.
No, not next year.
Let's get
2020.
it.
2020. Hold on a second. I just got married. I'm trying to have a house, trying to have a kid. So Lucky's here. The reason why I wanted to do the interview here in the Monkey Room specifically is because it's in Washington Heights. It's the neighborhood you grew up in.
right.
The music that you do is influenced by the neighborhood itself. So Lucky, let us know. Give us a little insight.
Who is Lucky? Lucky is a boy that was born and raised in Washington Heights. I'm a what you call your first generation. I had my parents, my mom, my dad, my uncle, my aunts, my grandma come from Dominican Republic. Lucky is a boy that was raised in an area where where I know is drug infested, there's a lot of violence. But somehow I'm lucky enough that I made it through, went to college, got my master's, and I'm situated. Good for now.
I mean, first of all, it's a huge accomplishment to be, not only get a bachelor's degree, and be the first one in the family to, well, Pete went before you, the youngest too, but to come out of this neighborhood and get a master's degree. There's two rappers that are well known, J. Cole and 2 Chainz. They have college degrees. And when I was writing the script for the episode, I wanted to talk about that. The fact that I know 2 rappers, you and I know CJ, shout out to Siege, Spitfire as well. Both of you guys have master's degrees, but the passion for music is, that's something that you want to do long term, right? Like if the funds was flowing in heavy, would you, that's it, would you stop doing whatever your 9 to 5 is and just focus on music itself?
I definitely would, you're right, because see, music started as a hobby for me. It was a hobby. My career, what I went after, I got my master's, is what was my profession. And
What you study?
What I studied was sociology, social work.
You know,
I'm a counselor. Yeah.
Siege did the same thing.
Look at that.
So I guess, I mean, it's understanding of human behavior.
Exactly. So it's like you think about it, sociology, social work. I love seeing, I love observing and analyzing things. So it's, I analyze my own world, my own life, and other things. So it's like this is what I wanted to do, but I have a hobby. But my hobby turned into a dream, and that dream that I want is to tell my story, not just my story, tell my neighborhood story, not just my neighborhood story, but tell a story to the world through music.
Right.
So it's like I walk this, and it's been done. It's been done. You listen to Biggie, you listen to a lot of greats, not just greats, recent musicians talk about their neighborhoods. You get it? So it's kind of like social work. They talk about, not social work, it's sociology. They talk about their neighborhood, where they come from.
You're trying to shine a light to the area.
Yeah, like music is kind of like that. Like you want to express where you're from. You want to tell a story about your neighborhood, where you're from.
Yes.
Everything that you have like gone through your lifetime. Not only you, but so much people that are around you, that live around you. They have the same and similar stories as you. So you want to tell that story to the world. Just like Biggie told it for the dudes in Brooklyn, and Jay-Z told it for the dudes in
Marcy.
Big Pun told it for the dudes in the Bronx.
South Bronx.
Yes, that's
Like
what it is.
fucking J. Cole.
That's what
That
it
dude is, all he does is tell stories of his life.
Yeah, you got the West Coast, Kendrick Lamar,
Exactly.
telling the stories about the
Kendrick,
West Coast.
exactly.
And you could tell he's intellect. You could tell he's educated by the way he expresses himself. It's not your ABC rap.
And I'm pretty sure even if you was making racks doing what you did, you were doing, you went to school for, would you still be trying to make music?
I mean, he obviously is
Of course,
right now.
you see?
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter, like this is, I feel like it's more like a passion, right?
It really is.
So now that we're talking about educated, college educated rappers, right? I wanted to ask you, because this is something I haven't raised. So 6ix9ine, Tekashi 6ix9ine, right? He grew up in a rough neighborhood. He had almost the same upbringing you did. And now he's in a situation where it's the most popular rapper in New York City. He gets him and Cardi B, I would say. So, like, the situation he's in, how do you feel about that? Do you feel like that was something he could avoid it, or?
Honestly, I'm having mixed feelings about this because I saw a video of Fat Joe. Shout out to Fat Joe. I'm cool with his little man Ryan. I saw a video where Fat Joe was coaching him and warning him about things. So it's like, it's confusing because did you do it after Fat Joe warned you, or you did it after? I mean, before that. So it's like he was warning you about the cops, the hip hop police, and all this thing. So I'm having mixed feelings, but it's like, did he do it because you're immature? Were you selfish? Or it was the message got to you too late? You get it? Because there's certain things I could relate that I did, honestly. You get it? That's why I want to tell my story deep, because, all right, like I said, I'm from Washington Heights, I got a master's, and I've said this in a lot of interviews, but I'm actually pending felonies. I'm actually out on bail because of what I did, what I was doing in the past. At that moment, I didn't have people to go listen, think of what you're doing. You're in college, you're going to get a master's, you're going to make money. I was thinking, hold on, I'm going to do that, but I want to get money now. So it's like, that's why I have mixed feelings about Tekashi 6ix9ine. It's like, but either or, he made it. He was up there.
Yeah.
He was up there getting money. So it's like, did he have good guidance or he was
it
just immature? Was he
Yeah,
immature to go? Let me
Yes,
back
man.
up.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a problem also. Like I think Kanye West, that's Kanye West's main reason. He got a lot of yes men, and I feel like you, J. Cole, 2 Chainz. There's no excuse. I understand that, you know. I didn't have the greatest upbringing. I grew up in this neighborhood, not too far from here. Me and you are from the same block. I don't feel that there's no excuse. You went to school.
That's true.
And you got a master's degree. You didn't just get a bachelor's degree. You did your whole thing.
Yeah.
So I feel like where you come from, people say that like that helps mold you to who you are. I think that's just part of it. I think who you keep around you, I mean, you had an older brother, and you have cousins that we're going to talk about to help mold the man that you became. 3 kids, college educated, and a musician.
Yeah.
So I wanted to get you on because of that. I think you have a unique story.
Yeah, you said it right. The neighborhood is part of you. Yeah, it's true. And also the people around you. There's a lot. There's a lot of influence.
But it was interesting what he was saying though, that because Tekashi 69, he just
You gotta talk a little louder.
damn, I gotta talk louder?
Yeah.
I fucking talk loud as fuck. So yeah, so he just made he started popping, he started getting big right now. Like a year ago. It's only been like a year since he's been like really big.
Yeah.
So he could have done this shit like a year and a half ago, which I got some insight that the shit that's he's in trouble for now isn't the shit that he's done recently.
Oh no?
Nah.
Wow.
It's shit from like before he started doing shit. Before he got hot, he was doing some shit with his gang that he was with. And they were like setting people up and doing shit like that. And he's getting bagged right now for shit that he did in the past before he
Because
blew
he
up.
was saying it in the music.
Exactly.
I read this morning on how that said because he was saying it in the music. So what was it? The feds were listening in and just saying, "Oh, he's just confirming to what we
Yeah.
got." Oh wow.
So let's go back to the college point. I've known you, it has to be over 25 years. Hey, you go to college,
Yes.
you're already making music before you even went to college. You started making music at like 15, 16. What was college like for you? Young man, in the heights, growing up upstate.
College was the best thing that ever happened to me. Honestly speaking, college was the best, and I promote this. Not just because college is a good gateway to get to a career, but the fun.
Yeah.
It was, honestly, college was the first place I found out I had an accent. I don't know if y'all hear an accent.
Yeah.
I went to St. John's University, and I didn't know I had an accent
Yo, I didn't know I had an accent
until
either.
I left this borough.
I swear to God, yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. So y'all get
I
what I'm
find
saying?
it, yes.
Exactly.
It was, I was talking to this girl, which was raised in the farm. She was a white girl, blonde hair. All I remember, she told me, "I like that Yankee. I like how you speak to him, like how I speak. Your accent. Like New York accent, no, it's Spanish accent. Like, Spanish. I thought a Spanish accent is, hola, my name, I like to play baseball.
Yeah,
I thought it was
like
a
you
Spanish
can barely
accent.
speak
I
English.
could have sworn that, like me too. When they told me that, I was like, "Are you serious? Like I've known English. I had to learn English at 11 with my aunt. But I feel like I don't have an accent.
You don't have an accent, I don't hear an
No,
accent.
so we don't hear it.
We don't
We don't hear it because we're talking to each other. But if I don't know, Justin, by the way, is behind the camera. I'm gonna ask Justin after this. Do I have an accent, Justin? Do we have an accent when we talk English?
But I feel like Justin's so used to us speaking that he's not gonna hear
By the way,
it.
I'm sorry. So the intro is Rick H, the host of the show. I'm here with always Benny Banks,
That's
Paulie
right.
B, and Justin behind the
Justin
camera.
behind-
Justin's behind the camera. I didn't get to
Oh,
that.
wait.
Justin. So, I honestly, I feel you on that one, man. I didn't know I had an accent till I left Washington Heights, which is, you know, you live in Washington Heights, you're like, oh my God. But when you leave the area, you see how big the world is.
Crazy. And college also, I want to elaborate the party life. The party life. This is like you come out of high school, you're fairly young. The party atmosphere, you know, I used to catch myself talking to my mom like, Mom, I'm studying. Yeah, hold on. Yo, pass me the keg. Let's go. Pass me the keg. Let's go. It's fun, but I saw a lot of people failing off. Like that. I guess I was strong-minded.
Yeah.
And I try to say that you remember what you went to college for.
Exactly.
You're going over there. You're having a new environment, a new culture. You're partying. You're having fun and all that. But wait, remember. School, this is what you're here for a career.
Comes first. Yeah.
Because I guess your mom probably instilled the balance. Like,
That's where it
life
starts,
is
man.
a huge balance, and you can have as much fun as you want. You're gonna party hard, you gotta work hard too. So if you wanna, you wanna party, you gotta make sure you
You want to drink that keg?
Yeah.
You gotta,
Exactly.
You gotta be able to wake
do
up
your
with that
homework.
hangover
Exactly.
and take care of your homework.
Do your
We got a few papers
yeah,
to do.
exactly.
8-page paper. You only did 3 pages.
You did 3 pages. Finish that keg, dude. Yo, I swear to God, I went to this chick's dorm room one time when I was younger. I went to this chick's dorm room one time. We partied all night. She had, I think it was a 10-page paper due the next day.
Oh my
Bro, we
God.
partied all night. The sun was up when we got to her dorm room. Dude, she started doing her. Yo, she knocked that shit out in like 2 hours, and she went to class the next that same day.
That just brought me flashback because sometimes I think you do work good. It brought me flashback. Sometimes you do work good
Under
the
pressure.
influence.
Under pressure.
Pressure and influence.
And influence,
Because I caught myself a few times with a hangover, like I got a good idea, right?
You know, it's crazy. Then when you read that shit, when they hand it back to you, you're like, what the fuck did I just write?
What was I thinking?
Give me your worst. By the way, we'll get into your cousins a little bit. I got another question about that, college-wise. What was your worst, like, college story where you went to party and you had to do something the next day?
Worst college story.
You had a paper due.
I had to do something the next day.
Yeah.
Dude, I feel like he didn't got any.
First of all, who was your roommate?
I had different roommates. My first ever roommate was actually, I forgot his name, but
Some weird dude from a weird state.
he was actually, what was it? He was a cool guy. He was actually from Tennessee. He was a cool guy. We did well. The only thing is smoking cigarettes inside the room.
Boy was smoking cigarettes.
That was the only thing. I was like, can you stop smoking cigarettes? Then he went outside and stood in front of the window, facing the door, and smoked cigarettes. But it taught me, I learned a lot.
Yeah.
You just can't be picky. You just gotta deal with what you got, and
They keep pushing on, bro.
What'd you get out of that dude in Tennessee? Did you learn something about his culture? Did you learn something about your culture?
Let me see, I'm trying to remember.
I'm gonna get super personal with you, so
We didn't talk much.
I imagine, bro.
We didn't talk.
so
much.
give me a roommate that you bonded from that's not from the neighborhood, not from the area.
Oh, okay. Someone I bonded with.
It's not from the area.
Yeah. And I don't want you guys to take it out of context.
Yeah, but you don't have to say the name or anything like that.
When we take it out of context, it was a roommate that was assigned, and he was actually homosexual.
Oh, okay.
He was homosexual. That his routines were different than mine. Not only his sexual preference,
Yeah.
but his routines were: I'm waking up in the morning, I'm going to class, he's sleeping. By the time it's time for me to go to bed, 8, he's up trying to do work, trying to turn on the light. So it's like we gotta learn how to compromise, we gotta learn how to communicate. Okay, you have a different sexual preference than I do, but I'm not gonna hold that against you.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be biased and be like, yo, you're gay, I don't like you. No, you're a human like me, I am.
Yeah.
You gotta just have a different lifestyle. Not just, like I said, you like boys, but also you're sleeping at this time when you're trying to go to school and you're staying up. So I learned is like,
So you guys were completely opposite.
Completely
like
opposite.
Every single way.
But
You guys got along?
Yeah, we actually got along. I learned, it's like, yo, listen, this is
Is
your
that
life.
still
this is
your
my life.
gay BFF still to this day?
No, No,
I mean, everybody got one. I got a few.
I lost him. Like, sorry, he was my roommate. We just like lost communication because on to my next year in college, I was assigned another roommate, and then my next year I actually moved off campus. I was renting out. I moved off campus. I was living.
That's
in
the
Probably the
you go
smartest
up
decisions.
in your last couple of years. You end up getting a house with.
I'm getting a house in the
friends,
town, and it was Auburn. It was in Auburn. That's when I moved out, and I was out of the campus area.
Now, Peter, your older brother, Brace, and Danny, your older cousin.
Yeah.
They come out and see you one time out there while you was away?
Yeah, they actually did go visit me. Especially my brother, they went to see because I say the house parties, the party, the party environment. That's why I say college is a great place.
So you out there partying with them?
Yeah, definitely. I would call them and be like, listen, there's a huge party. Come through on this specific day. Come through. And it was a place.
So you went over there. You already making music. You're in college. You're almost coming out of college. Some of your early stuff. You wasn't always lucky. At first you was M class. Because your actual name is Michael. M class like the Mercedes. This is like the whole Top Dollar crew, 1998, 1999 when I started out. Shout out to everybody. J. Dot, Mark Kenny, Brace, Heavy Doe, Frankie Ye. If I'm missing somebody, I'm
J. Black,
so sorry. J. Black, Free J. Black, The Block.
Rick Dollar.
No, don't shout that guy out.
It was good.
That guy's old and decrepit. When you was coming back, you had finished school. Talk to me about the evolution of Lucky. You went from first class.
So how'd you get the name Lucky? How'd you evolve into that?
It wasn't just one name change. I think 3 times.
All right. I like you asked that question because, like you said, my neighborhood, and sometimes outside my neighborhood, I walk around, I go to clubs, lounges, I still hear M class. I still hear it, which at first used to
Praise Boogie, Bruce. He still calls you that.
really. And I don't blame him because at first it was something that was bothering me. Like I'll go to a club, I'll bring my demos, I'll bring my songs, go to the DJ, and be like, yo, listen, you play this? I got you, M class. Shout out to M class. And I'm like, oh Lord. And I spoke to my cousin, like, call him my OG, my cousin, and he explained, like, listen, be happy to know your name. Be happy to know your name, because if you look at other artists like 2 Chainz had another name. You told me earlier.
Titty Boy.
He had another name.
Titty Boy used to be part of the Dungeon group. With, what's the name of the, oh my God. They did the Love Below. What's the name of the group? Atlanta.
Oh shit.
Outkast.
Thanks, Justin.
Thank you, Justin. So the popular group Outkast, they had a crew called Dungeon.
Wait, 2 Chainz
Dungeon
was
Family.
with Outkast?
It might have been. I might be confusing 2 Chainz for the other guy.
No, but that was his name though, Titty Boy.
It was Titty Boy though. I know it was Titty Boy. He was. I think he might have been in the Lost Boys.
Yeah.
I'll get my hip hop history later. So
Yeah.
Titty Boy, he used to be Titty Boy for a long time.
So
Titty
that
Boy
that
is
was
a
M-Class. So
terrible
that
name, by the way.
was Jay-Z. Jay-Z has different names. Jigga Man, Hova.
His first
Jay-Z,
seed was
Sean
something
Carter.
else. He took Jay-Z because Jazzo was his mentor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They used to call him Iceberg Slim. He had
Iceberg
so many
Slim.
names.
Yeah. So then he was like, you know what? If you're Jazzo, I'll be Jay-Z.
Yeah.
And rest my idol.
Rest is
about
history.
him.
Rest is
A
history.
little more.
So my thing was M-Class. I was actually named by my OG. I was named by my older cousin,
Who's that?
Ray Knows.
Okay.
He was like, listen.
Shout out to Ray
I still
Knows.
remember I was a 13-year-old hanging with the old crew, and he was like, M-Class, that's your name.
It's got to be like 99, 98 or something like that.
He was like, M-Class, your name. Why? M-Class is a vehicle, that's one. My class, Michael's class. Basically, summarizing it, it stood for a class of my own. I was the young guy still going to school while everybody else was dropping out, doing whatever. My class, Michael's class, I was unique. He gave me that name, so I ran with it. Now, That Boy Lucky came out after years of doing the music thing. I noticed one thing. every time I talk about my personal life and where I come from, what I do, I
Yeah.
always hear that.
Yeah.
You're lucky. No, I hear you're lucky. You're lucky. People, I say people don't believe my stories because they go, you're lucky. That's, for real, that happened to you, you're lucky that I thought about it. Class of my own, there was a name given to me, but who am I? I see myself as that boy lucky. Not only because of all these stories I have, but again, the whole college thing of going to school, coming out, facing in front of me, graduating with a master's is like, whoa. And when you come from Washington Heights, it's like this area, you're lucky, that boy lucky.
So you went from M class. First of all, the history of Top Dollar, which I would want to do an episode. When you started, they grouped you up with another young man. I'm not gonna say his name. So you guys were a duo. Right? You went from M class. And then when you came back from college, you were going by M Lucky for a while. And you did a lot of music under that name. That boy Lucky name, I think, is your name because of the story that you told. Exactly like that. People relate to you being as like, oh, you're lucky you came out of that situation. But I want to ask you, how'd you come from that in between? I'm lucky. You just figured like, that's me, Mike. I'm lucky, and you stuck it together, or was it something else behind it?
That's what it was. I cut it short. I was like, I'm in class. How can I make the transition easier? That's what I thought. How can I make the transition easier and introduce that name to the public?
Yeah.
From M class to M lucky. What is this? Let me keep the M. Michael, lucky, M class, my class, O class, my own. Get it? It was a pattern.
Yeah.
M lucky. That I thought of that.
I thought the Lucky was coming back from Lucky Luciano. When I first, when you had made the switch, this was years ago, I saw you, and you were doing the Who's Lucky mistake. I honestly thought you were going with the Lucky off of Lucky Luciano. I did not know the story behind Lucky until now. And what's funny is you did that mixtape, Who's Lucky, and you were doing a video that day when you were doing the album release party in Geico. And I'm in the video, it's me and Brace on the background. Brace is the man. And you have people like Mark and Jay Dot trying to explain who Lucky is and why Lucky is Lucky. Yeah. So now that video makes perfect sense to me, and it takes it into another level for me.
Yeah,
the story behind Lucky. I thought Lucky was like off of Lucky Luciano.
But then he's saying Lucky is like, that's what. So a lot of people will call you Lucky.
They would label you as Lucky.
As Lucky.
So I figure, and Lucky Luciano actually heard of him before I thought of the name.
Yes.
Because I'm into my movies.
Yeah.
And I don't think I ever learned why they call him Lucky Luciano. I don't know why.
That's a good question.
It's a good thing. I'm gonna look into it.
Yeah.
I just know he was very involved with Bumpy Johnson from Harlem.
He was probably lucky as fuck too.
Probably was.
Probably true.
Yeah.
Probably was, but I think him and Bump back then, Italians and the blacks, didn't get along.
Yeah.
And Lucky was the first one to actually sit with Bumpy, and they did business together. So he let Bumpy operate in Harlem, and then he controlled everything else. So they worked together. There's a movie called Hoodlum that came out.
That's a good.
It's a good movie. It's with you see when I'm doing the show, I forget the name of the actors. I'm watching the movie, I get it right away. Lawrence Fishburne. Lawrence Fishburne's in the movie. Lawrence Fishburne's in the movie. Andy Garcia's in the movie. It's called Hoodlum. It's a good flick, and it tells the story of Lucky Luciano and Bumpy Johnson. That's why I thought Lucky came.
Now, before I decided to make that change, another one, I don't know if y'all heard, Jay-Z, Lucky Lefty.
Yeah, that was one of his.
And I don't know,
because he's a lefty.
why. Oh, he's a lefty already.
He boxes lefty.
Okay, because he said that, Lucky Lefty. So, I was taking in consideration, I'm making this transition, but I went with my heart, which is everywhere I go, everyone I meet, everybody that knows me, every time I say something about what I've done, what has happened to me, they go, you're lucky. Yeah. They leave me with that. You're lucky. You serious? You're lucky. I'm like, hey, I'm that boy lucky then.
So that boy lucky. I think that's
hold on. I want to hear a story of why they call you Lucky. Like let me get a lucky story.
All right, lucky story. This will be lucky story number 89. I have numbers for days. I used to drive a black Impala. This was, I don't remember, I think it was in my college years or before my college years.
Yeah.
If you know the black Impala, it resembles detective car.
detective
The
car.
detective car. In the neighborhood, any neighborhood you go to,
Bro, that
you
shit
see this
was
car.
mad obvious.
It was so obvious that I used to let my mom drive it, and she used to tell me, people let me pass stop signs, like people let me go first. I was known to drive the car, and people from the block used to tell me, yo, Lucky, every time you drive by, every time you drive by the block, I get nervous, and the drugs, I start throwing it away, because I used to creep. So one day,
What's creep for the folks that don't know what that means?
creep, they thought I was analyzing, monitoring, they thought I was investigating.
Yeah.
So every time I used to drive by, they thought, here comes an undercover, here comes a detective, he's creeping on us, throw it away, act innocent.
Yeah.
Oh no, wait, it's Lucky in the car. So one day, this was what happened, and Reynolds was there. It was after the club, maybe I had a few drinks. It was actually around this neighborhood. It was around this neighborhood. Washington Heights, I was coming out of a
It's
highway.
called Hudson Heights for now.
Hudson Heights.
They like to rezone areas, but okay.
And so I was driving, and what I used to do a lot with my black Impala, which had black rims and tinted out,
Yeah.
I used to flicker the high beams. Flicker
Yeah.
them. I used to hit a button and it will flicker, which makes it seem like I have sirens.
Yeah.
I flicker them. So I do that when I'm in a rush.
Yeah.
I did it one time. There was a van in front of me, flickered them, the van pulled over. That day, like I said, I think I was drinking, or maybe, I don't know, excited.
Yeah.
I pulled up behind it, my cousin goes, Reynolds goes, what are you doing? I'm like, let me fuck with this car. I get out the car. I start impersonating a cop. This was when I was young.
shit.
I say this was when I was in my mature stage. I get out the car, I put one hand behind me, because I'm trying to impersonate a cop. One hand behind me, let me walk. What do I say? Let me go to the window, he close the window, I go, license and registration, sir. I did that. Little did I know. By the way, he had a girl next to him.
Yeah.
The girl looked intoxicated. She, because they just came from like a dark area.
Yeah.
They came from a dark area. I don't know what they were doing. He's an Asian guy. He goes, I got you. He's smiling at me. I'm like, his registration. You know what he has me? A police ID. A police ID. Michelle ain't smiling, so I'm getting. He's smiling because he's one of what I'm not. He's not what I am. So I knew. Play it cool.
Yeah.
Continue. I gotta continue. So I look at it and I go,
You're at the point of no return.
what precinct are you in? I'm in the 33rd precinct. I'm in the 33rd precinct.
Oh my God, that's right here. That's
Yes, my heart was beating. So it's like I'm doing two things. My heart is beating. I'm like, oh my God. I hope he doesn't ask me, wait, where you from?
Yeah.
Wait,
Yeah.
where's your badge?
Yeah.
33 precinct. I ran with what I was observing, which was the girl seemed intoxicated. She was like,
Yeah.
her eyes were like low. I go dilated, so I go, what's wrong with her? No, she had her food too much to drink. I'm like, listen, sir, can you do me a favor? Here, take her home, goodbye. Thank you, take care. I went to my car, my cousin was like, what happened? Listen, that's a cop, that's a cop right there. He's a cop? Yes. I was scared. I was like, do I pull out first, or do I wait for him to drive first?
Yeah.
As a cop, do I wait for them to
Nah,
pull
you
off,
pull
or do
out
I
first.
pull out first? Because like, yo, what are you doing? I don't know, let me see. Is he gonna read my license plate? Is he gonna read my license plate and go, wait a minute?
That's
Like,
like
I don't know what's going on. So I pulled out first, sped, made the first left,
Yeah.
lost sight, went home and was like, oh my God. And after that, I've been reading news and seeing things. Person gets
Can I
arrested.
just
for
give
it.
you a little
Like,
advice
what
though?
the- What was I thinking?
When
That's
he gives
a
you that
fucking
ID,
lucky story.
all you automatically say, all right, see you later, man. You have to, like, you play it cool, like
I was
he's
nervous.
your boy, like he's your man. It's like,
I
okay,
was
yeah.
nervous though. I was nervous for him. I was nervous of him going.
What if that man would have said, yeah, I'm from the 34, which is this area?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right. I was nervous of him. I was nervous of him saying, "Wait, where's your ID or something?"
Yeah.
Where I'll go. I'll be back. Wait, what?
And you
I'll
just
be back.
creep back.
Creep back. Like, oh.
Definitely lucky for that story. Honestly, that could have went so many different ways.
By the way, I don't know. That story could be.
No.
Nah.
It's
So
crazy.
let's talk about your music real quick. So I heard Circles, I heard Paper Up on my own. I heard the whole Who's Lucky mixtape. You gave me a copy. Well, your new music. I heard Circles, I heard Paper Up, I heard On My Own. All good. Dear Mama is probably my favorite song that you've ever done in your life.
I like that hearing because I've heard people say that. I like what I hear.
It's the reason why I posted it up today.
Yeah, that song's dope.
I had Paul Benny. When we do an episode, I write the episode during the weekend, and then like on Sunday or Monday, I call my brother and I call Paul and Justin, and I give them the script for the episode. Justin hasn't heard the music, but Paul and Benny had them listen to it. Circles to me is the perfect track for a club where there's women having a good time, chilling.
That's right.
Doing their thing.
Everybody's having
Strip club.
because if you're in the club and women are having a good time, everybody's having a good time.
Yeah.
So that's your first one that you're hitting all the notches. Paper Up is the street anthem where like it's self-explanatory. And when somebody wakes up in the morning, that's their main thought. Like, I gotta chase this chicken, I gotta get this money, you know? And it's perfect. Dear Mama, to me, the opening line, what's the opening line?
Dear Mama, I love you, but guess what? I fucked up. Is your baby boy Michael Gonzalez not Lucky Luck?
So that tells the entire story. So the reason why I wanted you on the show, I feel like an artist needs to be vulnerable at times, and I think that's your vulnerable track, where you're letting people, you're giving them insight into who you are. The other songs are great, don't get me wrong. Like Circles probably be like a super hit, and so will Paper Up because they're built for the radio, both of us. Dear Mama, On My Own, and I Made It. Is it I Made It?
Yeah, I made it.
So those are songs where like you let people in. Talk to me about the process about let's do Circles first and then Paper Up. Like what was your mindset doing these? Were you like, I need to make two records, that one for women, one for the streets? Because usually when you do a personal record, one for women, one for the streets, you got like the beginnings of a hot album.
Yeah.
So, you want to start with, you said Circles?
Circles. Let's do Circles first.
Circles?
And let's do Paper Up together. Yeah.
So with Circles and Paper Up, you see, in my state of mind was I need something for the clubs.
Yeah.
Something where I could play, like Benny said, I could play and girls get happy, they want to dance, you know, they want to twerk. It's like, oh, I could pop it.
Yeah.
You know, if you hear the hook, you hear it, what they're talking about. So it's like something will make that happen. And then the Paper Up, I love how you said it because it brings me, it reinforces what I'm doing. That Paper Up was about getting money. That was to motivate hustlers, not just hustlers. It ain't just streets. Motivate anybody that wakes up and goes, I'm going to work. I want a better life.
Yeah.
Ambitious people, like I'm going to go to work. I hate work. It's Monday, but get your paper up. Go and get. I'm gonna get this. That was my state of mind. Was like cheering songs that are, you know, attract the listener because it's catchy, and also motivate you.
Well, Circles and Paper Up are catchy as hell. Circles got the hook is not you. You're not doing the hook. The hook is like the beat.
Actually, some down south people from Atlanta that I work with
that are doing the beat. Paper Up is you, and it's catchy as hell. If you listen to Paper Up 2 or 3 times, you'll find yourself at work, like I did this week, saying the chorus. And the same thing for Circles. So that's why I feel like those were perfect records. If I'm sitting there, and I like to think from the wealth of knowledge that I've gained from all the guys in my life, as far as like hip hop music, I would know how to put a rap album together. And I think your first 2 tracks gotta do something where it's like a pop track, be great. You gotta do something for the Jay-Z would do it all the time. I look up to Jay as one of my favorite rappers of all time. I know you do too. Jay would always put a hit single out, but he would always like do a song with Beanie or somebody else on the side, and that would be what they say the street record. But your record is not just a street record; it's like an anthem.
Yeah.
Paper Up.
Yeah. I like what you just said right now. Again, you keep reinforcing. You're actually motivating me more. Because my boy, because I had another
some hits right now.
I had a boy, I have a boy that said the same thing. My thing is, he heard the song and he tells me, "Yo, Mike, Lucky, that song, Get Your Paper Up." I love it. Like I've been saying that shit, changing diapers, like get your paper, and that's what I was after. That was exactly what you said, my boy said. That's what I was after. Catching people that are influenced with my music, that like it, and it's simple, catchy. Whereas you hear it and go, "Oh, thank you, I like this."
So you did it. I think you did a great job. With Circles, if you were having some drinks, you had a lounge or club or something like that. Circles comes on. You're gonna bop to it. And like, it's got a good sound. It's built for the radio.
Yeah.
Paper Up is really catchy ass song, and that's why I don't want to say like it's a street record, because I feel like Paper Up is catchy.
It's like a club banger.
It's a street record, but it's also a club banger.
That mix, I like it.
Yeah. So it's one of my favorites. I made it. I know it was personal for you. College graduate. Basic message behind it was basically, I did this on my own. I made it. Well, not on my own, but like made it. Did you think?
Let him tell the story, man.
Well,
if
you listen to the record though, like
story.
I did, you understand where the man is coming from.
He's telling his story.
No, Rick is actually right. Everything he said is true. It's just me bragging and boasting and talking about I made it, the college life, like I did it. And that's how I actually feel. Even though I get help. Everybody needs some kind of push in life.
Even when you were building, you still gonna need.
Yeah, you still need that person that will seal that $1 million deal or get that connect from you. Yeah. So I made it was another one.
So this is me. Right? We've known each other for years, but this is me listening to 4 or 5 records that you put out this year. In the last 3 or 4 weeks.
I have mad beers.
Go ahead. Go ahead. You could do the rob.
I'm gonna take a pause right here.
This is how you know you hit your target. This is me. Personally, I've known you all my life, but the records I've known for a while. I was in an episode with you, and the first 2 weeks I didn't really heard them like 2 or 3 times each. I dissected it this week. That's why I feel like we have to talk about the amount, and I want to get to that. I also want to ask you about your songs aren't that long. There's something about artists are doing now. There's a trend going on where actually there's a network. They have a record label. They don't sign artists for albums, they sign for singles. So if you sign for, let's say, Paper Up, sign with that label, they put all the money behind Paper Up, and they let it, because it's streaming, they let it go for a longer distance amount of time, as opposed to doing an album where you have 2 or 3 singles, and you're going out like a year or 2. Artists are also doing shorter albums. Kanye did a couple in June, 6, 7, 8 songs, and shorter songs themselves. So before, like, rule of thumb, when I was in the studio, it was 3 minutes 50. 3 minutes 50 seconds around that area, over 3 minutes. Some of your songs are a little bit under 3 minutes. But you still get your point across. With the way today's world works, the attention span is a lot shorter. So I think that you're on the money with that. But talk to me about Dear Mama, because I wanted to ask you about that song. You came and off air, we had a conversation. I didn't even bring that song up. So I wanted the genuine reaction from you on that song. That to me is because I know the other songs are dope. Don't get me wrong, but I know that song specifically to me, I found myself singing it, and it's a song that I can say to my mother. If Justin hears it, Justin can relate to those feelings to his mother. So that's why I wanted you.
I'm
and
back.
It's less than 3 minutes. The record.
Yeah.
So when did you do it? Why'd you do it? Did your mom hear it? What was her reaction? So there's a mad question. But
Yeah, I know. I heard all the questions. I'm gonna start backwards with the last one. She didn't hear it because she don't speak English.
You need a translator on
Yeah,
that.
have
exactly.
you translated it for her? It's a beautiful record.
I translated, but not the song. I translated in emotion because,
Yeah.
honestly speaking, and I love asking me this question. This was, and you hear a lot of artists saying this quote, this word. Am I allowed to curse here?
Yeah, you can say
So
whatever the fuck you want.
you could talk as long as you want, you can curse as long as you want, you can drink as much as you want. So it's open
A lot of
forum.
artists, I'm talking about Young Juicy, Jay-Z, Nas,
Yeah.
say the realest shit I ever wrote, the realest shit I ever fucking wrote, the realest shit I never wrote. This Dear Mama was the realest shit I ever wrote. And I get, as an artist, you know it's real when you get chills.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, when you get goosebumps. And that's why I praise that you ask this question, I praise how you feel, because I've heard a lot of people say that's their favorite. You get it? And it brings me back to when I wrote it. Like I was saying earlier, something I'm not proud of, but it's just life. And I said earlier, I went to college, got my master's. Who do you know?
Yeah.
Who do you know 2 weeks before going to graduation on their master's is locked up? I don't remember nobody's number. I'm in Albany. I'm 3 hours away.
Exactly.
I don't remember nobody's number. So it's like I'm worrying about shit. I gotta make it out to email a paper. I have to email a paper.
Yeah.
I gotta make it up for that. Luckily, I remember somebody's number. I was on lockdown. It was 23 hours. 23. I forgot the breakdown that I only had an hour of break to call.
Yeah.
Called the number, called my cousin, got bailed out, got it. The hardest part was calling my mom and telling her, because I was in for 4 days, telling her, listen, you were calling me? Mom, in Spanish, of course, where you been? I've been looking for you. What happened?
Yeah.
Telling her, Ma, I'm sorry, I was locked up right now. So the thing is, who do you know made it out, graduated, out on bail, that of course I've been doing music. I heard that beat, I heard that song, they attracted me. When I was sitting down writing to, I still remember what I was writing to in my living room, and I recorded it. I was just going with my heart. I was going with what I was
Where'd you get the
feeling.
beat from? This beat goes beautiful with the lyrics.
Yeah.
That beat is a few producers. Shout out to my cousin Anthony Noel, classic. He's from 174.
Classic Rain also.
Yeah.
Waterbury, Connecticut.
Yeah, I found it because he sent me a batch, and it's just like an artist. I said, I heard that one, just hearing it, it went with the melody, with the flow.
Yeah.
I could speak my mind. I don't have to worry about a hook or worry about bouncing. I could just talk.
Yeah.
And writing it, I remember writing it, I recorded it, and when I hear myself, when I hear myself, I just go, damn. I said everything I had to say. It's like me confessing. I see it as a confession. Where I spoke about, Mom, I love you, but guess what? I fucked up. You introduced me to this world. Maybe I was embedded. Maybe it's in my DNA. Kendrick Lamar?
Yeah.
Maybe it's in my DNA, this hustling thing of, I'm in college, but hold up, I gotta get money because I ain't rich. I gotta pay for these books.
Yeah.
My dad was not there.
Exactly.
Well, he was there, but he divorced and left early. So it's like, hold on, he was a hustler, so I'm hustling too.
Yeah.
Okay, and now I'm dealing with felony charges. Now I'm dealing with prison time, but hold up, I made it. I got a master's. So that's why I was like, I need to put everything there and let
So
it go.
this is like the stuff that you feel like this is what you know growing up.
Yeah.
So when it was like time to make money, you need money. Like that's what you know. So it kind of brought you back to that.
Exactly. That's why earlier when we were talking, Rick, when you were saying, you know, your neighborhood is a part of you, what you
It's
learn.
always a part of you.
It's a part of you. I go with this phrase.
Always.
That's why I want to tell the story. And I heard this before. You could take the boy at the hood. No,
You can't take the hood on board.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the phrase, or
I might be saying it the wrong way, but
the jungle, I forget, but it's
There's
something
a lot
like
of different phrases. You can take the whatever out of this, but you can't take that out
it's
of
basically saying you could take the person out of the neighborhood, but you can't take the neighborhood out of the
that.
person.
Exactly.
I say I'm your prime example because I grew up in Washington Heights. Things I was observing, analyzing, and learning about hustling, I learned it. But I was in school. I went to Albany, and I still remember the first time I did my first sale. It was me in Albany by myself.
Yeah.
I had no one.
Yeah.
I went out to jog. I said I want to take a jog.
Yeah.
This other student was jogging. Guess what? He goes, "Hey sir, listen. Do you know I can get weed? You know where I can get weed from?"
But the audacity, I don't want you to say. Hold on. I don't want you
He
to say.
looked at him like, this guy knows what to get weed.
I don't want to say.
It's
I don't want
real.
you to say who the person is,
true.
or what they
It's
where they
real.
come
It's
from,
true.
or what their background is. But the audacity that he looked at you and would ask you, like, he knows where this is at.
Yeah.
So
it's as real as it gets.
it is.
It's as real as it gets because I still remember like I said, my first flick.
Was that your reaction in the back of your mind? Like, how the fuck? I know what you're talking about. I know. I got what you say. I got what you need. But why you asking me?
Yo, why you asking me?
That
It's like, yo, why you asking me? But yeah, I got it.
That went through my head, but it didn't come out my mouth. What's that? It went through my head, which I was like,
He was like, why you asking me? But I need this money though, so I got you.
All I thought was, you think I'm a local from Albany? I thought, you think I'm a local from Albany? That's what I thought, but my answer was, I'm not sure
What you looking for?
what you're looking for. And there I went back to my dorm room, and that's when the light bulb clicked. Went back to my dorm room and I go, wait a minute. I'm in Albany. I don't got money. I'm by myself. Where I'm from, they used to call it home of the haze. And I bring it up here. How much would I get paid? Oh, and I didn't mean to rhyme that.
So then you start to get the math in your head.
And then I started calling friends that stayed behind, like I said, stay behind, didn't do what I was doing. Yo, how much is an ounce? How much is this? Can I get it? And I learned. I was like, bring it, let me go get it, Greyhound, bring it back. Of course, I don't remember that guy that stopped me, but I could speak out like, yo, if you're looking for this, let me know. If you're looking for that, let me know. What dorm are you in? I'm over here. And I took flight from there. That was my first year. I took flight, graduated to, that's what saved my music. I graduated from that to the white stuff, and it's just a story to tell.
But this shit happens with a lot of rappers, man. They like a lot of dudes, they started off like selling hay, selling all this stuff,
Anything.
and then they just, after a while, they grew out of it, man.
Yo, right, because Jay-Z again, Jay-Z says in the song, he was like, he wanted just to sell it. He just wanted to start ounces. He was like, I just wanted to start this. He said something like that. And you moved on to kilos, you moved on to big things. The ambitions, your hunger is like, wait a minute. And it's, sometimes it's a trap, you know.
That's why they call it trap.
A trap. You end up in jail, end up with issues, but it's like, sometimes that's all you got. I had more than that, but I just was too focused on one thing, the money.
So let me ask you something else. You're in rap, hip-hop, that genre of music, musician, but you're also Latino. And it's not a genre where we do very well.
You're right.
So tell me, what is it being a Latino in the hip-hop industry?
Being a Latino hip hop, I'll tell you right now. It's kind of
If I'm at Justin behind the camera, Justin makes it legit. Look at this situation over there.
I see you.
The mic's adjusted.
Being a Latino in hip hop, let me see, where do I start? I think I have mixed feelings about it. Mixed feelings. Why? I like talking in details. Because when I was in high school, some people thought I was black. I don't know, maybe it's my skin color, I don't know.
I mean, but brother, you are black. You know,
You're black, my brother.
you are black.
You are a
First of
tan
all,
man.
let me explain something to you. John Leguizamo did a thing, Latin History for Morons.
I gotta see that. I gotta
Very,
see that.
very
Yeah,
good
that
one-man
shit
show.
was
it's scientifically proven that, especially Dominicans, Cubans, and Puerto Ricans, you have at least 20%, depending on your lineage. So, and that's just, I'm just saying us, like the Caribbean. But the world itself, everybody has
Yeah, a
the
lot of
original.
people, yeah,
It's
everybody
European,
has.
African, Asian,
everybody.
Indian. That side of the world was the original.
Dude,
And
Genghis
us.
Khan was out there boning that
The
shit.
Indians, Taínos, Aztecs, Mayans. That's what we were in this side of the world.
Yeah.
So you are black, brother.
You're
Don't
right.
deny
You're black.
that.
My brother. My brother.
I heard that in high school, and then in college I remember hanging out with my boys, which were black, that I still remember to this day, and they'll say, yo, Lucky, I be forgetting your Spanish, seriously. And why is that? Because I won't speak
Bullshit.
Spanish. I'll forget, you get it? I'll forget to speak Spanish,
Yeah.
but being Latino, you get it, where I come from, sometimes I have my moments where you hear the Spanish words come out, like, we'll have a conversation, we're like, yo, dime a ver, what's good?
Yeah,
What you doing today?
De lo mío.
Está bien, okay,
Yeah.
what's good? Ahorita, it's whatever. That comes out sometimes. So,
Let me just plug in real quick. Your cousin had one of the biggest hits.
yeah,
And what was it?
Tato
Tato okay?
which he performed at the school garden, big moves.
So I get those phrases, they come out.
Yeah.
Tato okay is one of my biggest
They
ones.
come out naturally, but my last performance actually had, shout out to DJ Absolute. He has something called Rock the
Addicted
Mic.
for Life.
Yeah, Rock the Mic, DJ Absolute.
Shout out Fredo, please. Love that man.
What up, Fredo?
I owe him a lot.
That was like my eye opener, I say, as a Latino artist. Why? It was downtown Manhattan. DJ Absolute, if you Google him, shout out to him, like I said, Rock the Mic. It was a Rock Nation edition competition. All I remember, people on stage were from Atlanta, Tennessee, Miami, South Carolina, North Carolina. They were from all over the states, right? Talking about their hoods.
Yeah.
And I noticed, hold up, I was like the only New Yorker. There was another New Yorker from Brooklyn, but I'm the only New Yorker Spanish guy right here. Hold on.
Yeah.
Which I started, my mind started playing tricks on me because I'm like, I wonder if they're gonna notice. Are they gonna hear my accent? Like I told you, I had an accent. I learned I had an accent in Albany. Are they gonna hear this? And what I was gonna perform was, what was it? I'm sorry, Paper Up. And there's another one I have called Dominican, talking about the culture, whatever. So I'm like, how am I gonna present this to them? But I went with what's in my heart. I was like, listen, shout out to all my out-of-towners, sorry. Shout out to all my out-of-towners. Shout out to all my out-of-towners. I don't know if you have Dominicans. I don't know if you ever heard about us. If you Google us, which is correct, if you ever Google us, in the NBA, if you watch NBA, we got Al Horford, which is Boston Celtics.
Yeah.
If you watch rap, shout out to Cardi B, Dominican. If you watch baseball, we got Manny Ramirez, David Ortiz, Sammy Sosa. We in the map. If you watch movies, I forgot her name. I'm sorry. I'm drawing a blank from Fast and the Furious.
Zoe Saldana,
Yeah,
Michelle Rodriguez.
From the Avatar, we have Dominicans on the map. So I threw all that out there.
And you
All I
was like, we
remember,
just stay low.
yeah. All I remember that I did my performance. All I remember is when I got off stage, a lot of randoms. Y'all from Atlanta, my boy's Dominican. Y'all from down south. I know about your Dominicans. Yo, listen, I forgot what town you from, Texas or whatever you was. Yo, I'm Dominican. I get my drugs from over there. I'm like, yo, we on the map. So I was like, listen, being a Latin rapper, it doesn't really faze me because we connect. We're all trying to tell a story of the come up. Get it? We're trying to come up. Make a French Montana.
Yeah.
Yeah.
French, she
From
calls
the
herself
rock.
French myself for a reason. Yeah. So it's like, you got your Dominican boy, that boy Lucky Me, and you got these artists like Nas, Biggie, Rick Ross, Jay-Z, that mention Dominican because they know who we are. So it's like, let me emphasize about us.
So I'd be failing the show if I didn't mention Fabulous is half Dominican. That's one.
Yes.
Juju from the Beatnuts.
Yes.
Legendary group from
The Beatnuts.
Queens. Juju's Dominican. Triple Six from the Turf Squad. He was a member of Big Fun's squad.
Jail Ryder, that was in Dipset.
Jared Ryder. And I'm not too sure about Drew Up.
Yeah.
I feel like he was in the neighborhood, but he's not. Those, and then Cardi B. But Triple Six I brought up because the most successful Latino is Big Fun.
Yes, he's my motivation, Big Fun.
So, is it hard breaking that mold? Is it hard getting those meetings? Is it hard, you know?
Yo, and especially now, like being from New York
Yeah.
and trying to do like,
Shout out to Jay.
and trying to do like there's a lot of like down south, man, like
Yeah.
trap music is hot right now, and being from New York is a different sound. So like it must, like is it tougher now?
I don't. To me, it ain't tough because I know how to adjust.
Yeah.
That's why I like what Rick brought up. I know how to adjust when I have a song called Circles,
Yeah.
which is a strip club song, and you hear it, it sounds ATL because the hook are from
Yeah.
ATL rappers. They're
That
not
song
hip hop.
is a straight up trap song.
Yeah.
You can play anywhere.
Yeah.
You get it? It's like I know how to adjust. That's why I respect artists like Jay-Z back then because he knows how to adapt. Big pen,
Yeah.
big spin, cheese. I don't know. That's like that was considered outside, but you just gotta what you call
Adapt to
adjust,
the- to the
adapt to
times.
what you at to the
Yeah.
times. So that's why you got it. You know, with the Latin rapper, and I just thought about it right now. We mentioned the murder, Tekashi 6ix9ine. I
Yeah.
think he's Mexican.
He's Mexican. He's
Look at
Mexican.
that.
Hold on.
It's a Mexican
So he's not only Mexican, but he's half Puerto Rican. So he's Mexican and Puerto Rican.
and he's actually from New York. So
And he's from Brooklyn.
And
And
he's big.
he's huge. There's a
he
lot
just
of.
blew up right now, and now
I feel like there's a lot of in the closet. Like, you know, actually, if I'm gonna mention it now,
I feel like there's a lot of New Yorkers that are waiting to blow up.
there's a documentary on HBO. Man, I'm forgetting the name of the documentary. What? Latin Explosion. Latin Explosion. It's called Latin Explosion. Jose Feliciano did the national anthem at Yankee Stadium, and he was banned and blackballed for a really long time from the music industry because he played the national anthem with a Spanish twist to it.
Wow.
Yeah. So if you look up the Ramones were
What happened
Latino.
to Fergie though? What happened to Fergie?
No.
That's a disgrace.
Well, she didn't, you know. So if you look up the Ramones, you look up a lot of rock artists from that era. They had to change their name because they couldn't be, you know, Jose Martinez, or they couldn't be, you know, Hernandez or
Yes.
anything like that. So it's not just hip hop per se. It's like, and if you look it up, actually the highest selling artists of all time are Latinos.
That's right.
So it just
That's right.
it's tougher for us to make it in the industry, especially if you're not speaking our language. Because if you're doing hip hop, you're doing it in English, you're not doing it in Spanish. That's why I wanted to ask you that question.
I got an advice for a lot of Latin rappers. I'm kind of trying to hold back, but it's like, yo, I do it. I'm just social.
Yeah.
My advice, if you notice, a lot of my art cover don't have a picture of me.
Yeah.
So I figured, Tekashi 6ix9ine, I'm sorry, much respect to him, good luck with his, I had no idea he was Mexican, sorry, for laughing.
Well, his name is Daniel Hernandez.
Oh
so,
my God, and I'm
you know.
laughing more. Sorry, I didn't read that. My advice is, which I've been doing, put your music on. Is your talent is what counts. So a lot of my art covers to my singles are just designs that connects with what I'm doing.
Yeah.
It ain't my face, it ain't, you get it? Because I don't want to be judged.
Yeah.
That goes into my profession, that goes to who I am, social work, sociology.
Yeah.
It's like, yo, you want to make it somewhere, especially hip hop,
Let your work for you.
let your work for you. Let people go, yo, who is that boy? Look, I like that boy. Look, and when they meet you and see you, go, oh, wait, that's Bobby. That's Bobby. You got it.
Oh, I forgot to mention Bodega Bam. He's done very good recently for us. I like him. He blends in with the culture. But let me ask
True
you.
life is Spanish, right?
True Life is Puerto Rican from the Lower East Side. His record, his record right now is actually pretty solid. I like it. Let me ask you right now. So if back in when Daddy Yankee came out, reggaeton made a really big push.
He's about to take my question.
Reynos, a huge rapper in Uptown, he could have went the Pitbull way because Pitbull was a rapper.
He was, I remember the 305 album. I
yeah.
copped it.
He was an English rapper.
With Lil Jon.
Reynolds decided he's gonna stick to this is his music, hip hop. He did a song with Elephant Man. He doubled. He has like Dude could do a song with anybody. He's super talented. But he didn't. If Bad Bunny walked into this room right now, I feel like you could make a dope record with him. Would you do it?
So
Forget about
would you transition?
You and him are on the same level, money wise, and artist wise.
Not even.
Would you transition into Spanish rap?
Into Spanish rap? Like, is that something that you thought about? Like transitioning into Spanish rap?
Yeah.
Or like
not rap,
even
trap.
Trap?
Like, would you do a record like you see Bad Bunny did Mia with Drake? Bad Bunny told Drake the story behind Drake doing it in Spanish was Bad Bunny was like, yeah, I want to do a record with you, but you got to do it in Spanish. So that's why he does it in Spanish. So Bad Bunny walked in, the biggest trap artist at this time right now.
Well,
he said, that boy Lucky, I want to do a record with you.
But would that be something that you were interested in?
Would you be interested in that?
If I was already up there, like you said,
or even right now.
Even right now. Give me
right
both
now.
answers.
Okay. The first answer is if I was up there where I already got, you said pedestal, I'm already up there.
Yeah.
I'll do it because I'll be able to practice and preach my slang. Bad Bunny, you're Puerto Rican, guess what? I'm Dominican. Que lo que? Dime a ver, con todo ratón. I could throw that in there.
Yeah.
Right now that I have my few followers, I have my few fans, few friends, few supporters.
Stay true to the core, or would you try to
Right now,
or do you feel like your audience? My question is, do you feel like your audience will accept you doing something new?
I think my audience would.
Yeah.
Because seeing the looks of it, get it? It's not just Spanish. Seeing the looks of it, they understand where I'm coming from. Get it? Like if you want to talk about race, I have black followers that actually tell me, yo, I've been to Washington Heights. Yo, I know, yo, Bobby, the drugs, I like what you're talking about. I have a song called that I sample Biggie, Colombian, Dominican, whatever. Whoever he was, he had a touch on his leather. So it's like, I would do it, but not fully. I wouldn't do a full Spanish trap song. I wouldn't do full.
If Bad Bunny, not saying what he did to Drake, but he came in here, well, to you he wouldn't do it. Because you're Latino. What would you? Because Drake is not. That's the reason why he wanted Drake to do it in Spanish. Because he saw the bigger picture. If Drake raps on my song, it's just Drake doing a verse. But Drake in Spanish, it makes it even bigger. Would you go back? I know you're able to do it. Would you do a trap record remix going back and forth in Spanish and English? Which, by the way, Reynolds did beautifully.
Yes.
It's todo okay. So he did that crossover. That's my question. Would you want to do? Would you do a crossover at this point right now? Would you be open to it?
I would, just like Reynolds did.
Yeah.
That song, Tato Okay, Get Crunk Tonight.
Yeah.
See the mix? Tato Okay. I would do that. But I'll make sure I won't get lost in translation where I'll confuse the fans, confuse the supporters, confuse them where they'll go, wait. What is he saying? I understand what he meant, Tato. I understand what he meant, que lo que. I understand what he meant, papi. But what's the other vocabulary? No, I won't go full out.
Yeah.
It's like Big Pun. Like Big Pun always threw in Spanish words.
Yeah.
And he always threw in
You'll throw your
Spanish
references here and there, but you would do a Spanish trap record.
I would.
But you know what would be fire though? Yeah, I'm just thinking about that shit right now. You know what would be fire? Like an artist that would do like a album, like a Spanish trap and English type album. So you do a rap. In your album, you're doing a rap.
I mean, I don't know if you're working on an album right now, but you got 4 songs already off the bat that you could slip in there.
So you also throw in Spanish trap music in there, and then you throw in fucking.
I'm sorry, you want to just say that?
Yo.
Hold your pen. The Spanish came out.
There it is.
What you're saying, shout out to BB the boss. Not that entertainment. What you just said right now, just
El lápiz, consciente.
Yeah, it opened my eyes. BB was trying to do that. I don't know if he's still working on that, but what you just said, I swear to you, he had something called the Alliance. The Alliance, where you had Jada Kiss doing a song with, I think was Calle 13.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rick Ross, I'm telling you, Rick Ross, he paid for Rick Ross' verse to do a song with another Spanish artist, I think Volti.
That shit
Yeah,
will
Reynolds doing a song with
fire.
Lapis. where it was called Alliance, La Alianza, and just what you said, now I understand clearly. He was trying to do a multi-thing where you got this crowd going, yo, Rick Ross,
But the problem with
another
that is
crowd
it
going,
has to be one artist that does it. So
Nah, I feel like you could do it with multiple artists.
you could, but
That's
I feel
fire,
like that's
though.
more of a compilation work. I
That's
feel
fire.
like if Lucky does an album and Lucky's doing records, he could do
different tracks.
different records with different people and blend in the music. Talking about projects, I want to know, is there one?
That
With
shit
these
just blew
four
my mind
singles.
right now.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And
honestly, there is.
there is?
There is a new project I'm
When
working
could it
on,
be out?
which defines, there's not a set date.
Date? Okay.
There's not a set date, but I'm just been promoting, so they could be on the lookout to, I want people to keep track of what I've been doing, or what I'm doing. I'm secretive. I'm like, let me think of the word right now. Jigsaw puzzle. I'm a person you hard to catch. But I'll tell you the name, and I hope to copyright it because I heard rumors.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm looking at the camera right now because I heard rumors about this shit.
Break it now.
It's called an Uptown Story. That's what I am doing. An Uptown Story. I already got my intro and I got songs and you pointed out that I want to include an Uptown Story. And that I'm working on building it, putting the songs together, making a story where you hear the songs, where you hear the album, you hear the album from top to bottom and everything connects.
And it's like reading a book.
And it's
Yes.
it's like reading
Yes.
the story of a kid that grew up.
Yes,
in
it's
the
like reading a
Heights.
book where you hear the intro, which is my cousin. We were
Yeah.
talking about accent, and this is how he talks. That boy Lucky was born in Washington Heights. His mommy was born in Santo Domingo. His papa came when he was 30 years old. That boy Lucky was 3 years old. 3 years old, his family's left. It's him telling my story. Why I want that? Because so you can see where I come from and then hear the story where I came from, what happened. And then the first song, I actually had my mom voicemail that she had. The first song I started going, mi hijo, ¿cómo tú estás? Cuídate, que no voy para atrás. My son, how you doing? Call me back. And that first song, I'm talking about what I did, how I fucked up, things of that nature. Where, like Rick said, you're hearing it, it's like, damn. I hear this whole story. I understand who he is, what is going on. The Uptown Story.
So the story is just of a kid growing up uptown.
Yes.
So you listen to the whole album and you're like, damn.
You would know what it was like.
understand what's
How he
going
made
on.
it, how he made it, how he
Exactly.
fucked up, how he was still,
Exactly.
how he was caught in two worlds.
It's like the damn album.
He got caught in two worlds. Like, yo, how the fuck you go to college when you got
So my
But
my
listen,
advice is
listen,
this.
listen.
Hold on. My
Let me
advice
say
is this.
something. It's like the damn album, the Kendrick Lamar joint. Like
Oh,
if you
yeah.
listen to that shit, it's a story. If you listen to it from the beginning to the end, it's
I,
a story.
I know it is DNA.
From the
It's
beginning
crazy.
to the
My
end.
I'm
advice
sorry, I had
is
that idea before him, but yeah.
if you're working on it, May and June, best time to drop it. Because why? It gives fans enough time to get familiar with it, and then you got the summer at the 10. So that's just an piece of advice.
Thank you.
So I'll look forward to the record. I'll look forward to the album. I want to thank you for coming out, giving me your time, telling me your story. I'm gonna tell you right now on video, that's a good part 2. This is not done. This is like 20 more. I didn't even ask you about Brazen Danny. So I got like 20 more questions we need to go over. It's just the first one. Circles, paper up, on my own, all good. I made it. They're all available on iTunes, Spotify, Google Play, and Tidal.
Yes.
Our show is available on Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Buzzsprout, Anchor, and any other media you want to go through. And YouTube. YouTube, the video will be available too.
Whatever you want.
Mike, thank you for coming. I'm going to say Mike, my boy. Mike, thank you for coming out. Appreciate your time.
No, thanks for having me, guys. Definitely thanks for having me.
I want to say thank you to the Monkey Room for letting us allow to have this episode in this
There you go.
environment. Watch the Heights. We'll see you guys next time. Thank you for tuning in.
Money making Manhattan. So what you think that I'm packing? To protect mine, I keep it on my lap and drive slow like a turtle, straight relaxing. Ain't no acting, we selling out caskets. 2 for 1, I shoot the one, ain't no scrapping. Got more money than the city that I'm repping. How? Where I'm from, New York, you know. Got more dough than that pizza shop you order from. Which one? Dominoes, get your paper up, go and get your paper up. Get your paper up, go and get your paper up. Get your paper up, go and